Dear friends, I am Mary Magdalene. I come to you as a sister, an equal, I am one with you. Feel my heart, my energy amidst you. I move among you in this circle, and I rejoice in your meeting here. You are the flowers of the earth. You carry in your being a beauty of high vibration, a love for the earth and all that lives here, the trees, the wind, the rocks all are dear to you. You are connected to the whole of the earth. You are the flowers of the earth in your appearance, in your smile, in your gaze. You emanate a vibration, a joy, an inner evolvement that is infectious, and affects and works on everything and everyone that is open to it. It is the inner light that you carry in you and you communicate that to the world. It radiates from you, it is who you are. The more you make this inner light your own, in order to enjoy it with full awareness, and the more you recognize and let it in yourself, the more clear and observable it becomes for all the beings you meet, for animals, for plants, as well as for humans. But it can be difficult for some people to respond to your light, because your light confronts parts in them which are not standing in the light, parts which they often want to keep hidden. Your light can point toward those parts in themselves and therefore can be burning to the touch without your knowing this happens. The light casts a deep shadow for them and makes them aware of the lost parts in themselves, and that sometimes leads people to pull back from you, because they are unable to tolerate the light. I see this response hurts you when it happens, and it can make you ashamed of your light and make you wonder whether your light is welcome in this world. Many of you humble yourself unnaturally and tend to hold back the precious light of your soul that is intended to shine here on earth. You are, however, able to experience an interaction with nature, because nature is open to your light, your soul energy. With nature, you feel no barrier, no resistance. That is why many of you are so deeply and emotionally connected with the natural world, whether it is the plant kingdom, the animal kingdom, or even the mineral kingdom. This is where you can let your energy flow outwardly, and that does you good. It relaxes you, because it is natural for you to want to express yourself. It is natural for you to express yourself wherever you reside in the universe. But there have been times here on earth when you have experienced intense resistance while trying to express yourself, not only in your present life, but also in previous lives, because you have been here before. That resistance has left such deep impressions on you that there is now vigilance in you and a tendency to shrink back. And because of your reaction, the light is less able to radiate as fully as it might. This withdrawal of your light, of your being, of your essence, hurts you, because it is an unnatural movement. It is natural for light to shine, to radiate, because light wants to shine outwardly, it wants to bring illumination and warmth to everything, so it is unnatural to keep back that movement. And what happens when you do? Feel, for a moment, what holding back your light does to you. Look at what happens to your light, to your natural strength, when you enter the human world. Imagine that you are walking in the wild. You walk in nature with a spring in your step, you enjoy the air, the greenery, the ground beneath your feet, the animals and plants you see around you. Observe how you feel in that environment, what you radiate to the natural world around you. You see everything, because you have the ability to observe the smallest details, the beauty of a flower petal, a mushroom, a little frog. You feel a strong intuitive connection to the life around you, and that life sees you, too, it is aware of you. Feel for a moment how the trees, the rocks, the plants look at you. What do they see in you when you wander about so happy and carefree? They experience from you a higher consciousness, because you are bringing the cosmic light down to earth. See what happens to them and all living beings when you naturally radiate that light. Give special attention to a single being, whether it be a rock, or a plant, or an animal, and then look what happens when you allow your light to flow to that being. Feel the uniqueness they see in you. It makes them happy and joyful that you are there. Your energy is powerful and healing, and it injects a spark of consciousness into nature. Feel this deep connection with the earth, your power and your wisdom. Your heart is tender, your perceptions subtle. You are sensitive to all types of energy flow, yet you are also powerful. You place your feet solidly on the ground and walk with a firm step, and you know where you want to go. You are free. You are independent. Now go even farther on your way. You come within the human world, where you imagine that you enter a setting where all kinds of people are present, sitting at small tables, or talking to one another, or you can visualize yourself in a working environment. What matters is that you look at a human environment and see what this does to you. Can you hold on to your natural energy when you are there? Is there an environment in your daily life where the people there are able to receive the energy you radiate in nature? Are there people in your surroundings who can receive your energy in the same way as do the sentient beings in nature? Why are there blockages created inside you? Because there are situations in your human environment in which you feel, my energy does not flow well here. I feel fear and doubt, and the need to withdraw. See what this feeling does to you on a physical level, and look at it with a sense of calm and interest, and have no judgment about it. Look at the part of you where your energy stagnates when you are in an environment where your energy is not well received. And then ask yourself, what does it take for my energy to flow in that part of me? There are two possibilities: either you are able to change something in yourself, or you can remove yourself from that situation. Sense if you can feel the better choice. In an environment where your energy is not well received, is there potential for change? Is there a possibility that has not been utilized? Or is it time to let go of that environment? Is there a different environment that beckons or calls to you? You do not have to be able to envision the other environment, but if it exists, you can internally connect with it from a distance. What I want to say to you today is that you should not settle for anything less than what is best for you. Who you are, your natural, radiant self, as you saw it in nature, needs to be there in your everyday life. That self gives you joy, a sense of excitement, of happiness, of resonance and harmony with your environment. Then you are part of the whole. You give and you receive, and that is the natural way. If you feel this cannot happen in your current environment, do not be afraid to create change. It is not natural to live a cramped life, to feel you have to hide yourself. Do not say to yourself, oh well, it cannot be otherwise and, anyway, I am accustomed to it. It is time for a change, and not just for you, but for the world and human society as a whole. And you are precisely those who can be examples of another way, a more original way of being. Do you remember when you wandered freely in nature and felt your body? How you could breathe into your abdomen, how you could stand on the earth with both feet planted firmly on the ground. Call up that feeling again. Feel in your body the energy of that moment of peace and joy. How in the lower part of your body, your abdomen, your tailbone, your legs, you feel supported by the earth, and how it feels to move freely and to not feel ashamed of who you are. That is grounding, that is being welcome, that is belonging. What happens when you meet with resistance in a human environment is that you withdraw from your emotions, and then your energy moves almost automatically into the upper half of your body. You no longer feel comfortable and at home in your abdomen, and so you hold yourself back. As a result, distorted emotions can arise within you: pain, anxiety, anger, disappointment, even bitterness. Then you think about these emotions: that should not be, that's not right, and in that way, you withdraw from the most original part of yourself. But the emotions that emerge in confrontation with the human environment tell you who you really are, and what you want most, which is why it is important to remain in your abdomen, because your abdomen is the seat of these emotions. Women, especially, have been taught to look at social relations with sympathy and understanding. You have adopted a type of wanting to be of service. But this type of service, a serving in a self-effacing way in order to keep the peace and to avoid conflicts, does not belong to your soul energy. This can happen only when you are out of your abdomen, so to speak. You are giving, but you are no longer receiving. And doing this eventually creates a void within you, a feeling of loneliness and discontent, of not being connected with the earth and with your own passion, your joy and inspiration. I ask you to inhabit your abdomen, and to feel at home there. Be an earthly woman or an earthly man, and dare to show what you feel, even if those emotions are unruly, because they are carriers of truth. The conflicts you are experiencing with your human environment are there for a good reason, they make you aware of who you really are. By expressing your emotions in a responsible way, with honesty and openness toward others, affords other people the opportunity to learn something from you, and thereby become conscious of their own pent-up emotions. In this way, you bring a natural flow back on earth. I ask you to now descend consciously into your abdomen. Allow your consciousness to flow downward into the area of your pelvis, with your roots going into the earth. Here lies your own power, your uniqueness. Allow a symbol to arise from your abdomen, something that tells you what you now need in order to properly ground yourself and to be here with your soul light. It can be a forceful animal that appears, or a more abstract symbol, or a child, a tree, a flower. Let it bubble up naturally within you. All is well, because you are descending deeply into your earthly body and are able to relax into your body and to be who you are. Dare to show yourself to the outside world, and trust what that symbol wants to show you, and it can be a very powerful symbol, a dragon, a fire, a sword. Trust the signals from your body, especially the signals from your lower emotions. It is precisely those emotions that want to point the way back to your natural state of being. When you are natural, you are good, just as when you walk in innocence in nature, attuned, spontaneous, natural, that is who you really are. The dark emotions arise when your natural flow is suppressed. At the same time, those dark emotions try to tell you that you are betraying yourself. They are a request from yourself to re-establish balance in your life. So work together with those emotions. Embrace them and restore the natural balance and flow. I greet you all from my heart, and I am grateful for the bridge that you are building between heaven and earth.